Howdy guys, Cal Kellogg here. I am up in the high Sierras. I'm at a new lake to me. I'm at Ice House Reservoir and I'm searching for fish. First thing in the morning, I'm looking, I'm trying to figure out where they're at, what depth they're at, stuff like that. So this is a perfect time to talk about level 2 of the trout trolling pyramid sonar units. And I'm gonna confess straight away here, I am not a big technology nerd. But we are blessed, in this era. We are really in the golden era of fishing technology, and that means just about any sonar unit you pick up, any mid-price unit you pick up, is going to get the job done for you. And there's a lot of personal preference that goes into it. Right now, I'm running a Lowrance Hook 5. It's the double shot. It's proven to be a very reliable unit. I've banged it around. It just keeps on ticking. It keeps on working. It hasn't let me down. Likewise, I've had great luck with Garmin units, with Humminbird units, but I don't use a lot of the advanced features on my sonar units. First and foremost, I want to know my trolling speed. So I have to have a unit that has integrated GPS. Most of them do, but that's an important feature for me. Secondly, I want to know what the surface temperature is. For example, right now I'm trolling at 1.7 miles an hour and the surface temperature is 70 degrees. So based on that, I can start to deduce what depth the fish are going to be holding at. This rod right here in the downrigger, it's down 18 to 20 feet, and I'm running a rod about 12 feet, a lead core rod over there. So I figure 65 is kind of the top end of the comfort zone for rainbow trout. So I'm working just below where I figure 65 degrees is. And it's a little hit and miss, but as you gain experience, you start to be able to extrapolate where the temperature zone you want is. So first and foremost, I want the speed, I want the water temperature, and then I use it to look for structure, to look at structure. I like to explore structure, and I like to see if I can mark fish on structure. It's August right now. A lot of the trolling we're doing is out in open water, just controlled depth trolling. We'll figure out the depth of the fish and set our lines accordingly. But in the fall, in the spring, I work a lot of structure. I like to find the drop-offs. I like to see, the points, how they extend into the lake, what the depths of various parts of the points are. I don't want to snag my gear, but at times, especially in the spring, I want to work very close to the bottom. So I need a unit that's reliably going to show me the structure. Again, this is a pretty low bar for sonar units. Any quality unit is going to define the bottom real well. The fourth thing I'm looking for is fish and or bait. And if I can mark some trout or mark some fish that I'm confident are trout, I'll position my baits anywhere from 3 to 5, maybe 6 feet above those marks, because experience has told me that the fish that are in the top of the biomass are most active. They're the fish that are most likely going to strike. Sometimes you'll start marking fish at 15 feet and you'll mark fish all the way down to 45 or 50 feet. In my experience, those deeper fish are harder to hook. There may be more fish down at that depth, but those fish are kind of down there snoozing. They're not super active. They've already fed probably. They're not interested in chasing. And if you work on them long enough, you will catch some of those fish, but you're much better off working the top of the biomass, because that's where the fish that are interested in feeding tend to hang out. So that's really it for me on sonar units. I don't really care about the brand. I love this Lowrance. I love the Humminbird we have in the FHS pontoon boat. But again, really using it for 4 things. I'm using it for the speed, the water temp, exploring structure, and looking for fish. And just about any medium price unit will get that job done. In fact, the features you see on medium price units today, you were paying a premium price for 10 years ago. Now I know there's a lot of guys out there fishing out of canoes or kayaks or whatever that don't have a sonar unit. I think it's very important to have a unit, but I don't think it's super important to choose one brand over another. Pick something that you're comfortable with, something that the operating system makes sense to you, and get out on the water and learn how the unit works. Experience on the water, it's just like fishing technique. Experience on the water is going to allow you to dial in your sonar unit for, your preferences, and that's going to make you a more effective fisherman. Pretty short and sweet, guys. That's my views on sonar units. We'll catch you next time right here on YouTube, and we'll be talking about another cube in the trout trolling pyramid. When you add all those little cubicles up, it equals consistent trolling success. I'm Kel Kellogg. If you're looking for gear, get on over to fishhuntshoot.com. I will catch you next time right here on YouTube, guys. I want to get my fish on.